I'm going to show you a variation of the Turkish get-up that really helps you target the abs and the obliques over anything else. The Turkish get-up is a great full body core exercise. It not only works the abs, obliques, everything around the trunk, but also your stabilizer muscles in the shoulder girdle and more. It helps link the energy transfer from the lower body to the upper body and vice versa, as well as with the floor contact. That might not sound like much, but that is a key aspect to athletic development, and most sports really rely on energy transfer and contact to the ground. However, one thing that I noticed about Turkish get-ups is that since there are so many steps, each step actually targets more of a muscle group than another. So what I found really helps for oblique and core activation is just doing the first couple steps. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Instead of going through the full Turkish get-up, where you go from ground to standing to ground again, we're just going to go through the first couple steps that focus mostly on abs and obliques. Now, honestly, when the weight is light, I don't really think it matters how you pick it up, but the original way to do it, and all the Turkish get-up aficionados will expect you to pick it up in the safest manner, which is this. You keep the dumbbell real close to your body. You kind of crank it up to you like this. You press it up. You pack the shoulder in so that you're nice and tight. Then the leg comes out. Then the arm comes out. I'm going to show you the opposite side because that's actually better for you guys. Okay, so your leg comes out about, what, 45 degrees, not even. And your arm, same thing. And now you can break this down into either 2 or 3 steps. Whatever you feel better with, whatever you feel the muscles working more. If you want to do 3 steps, it looks like this. Turn up so that you're onto just your right shoulder. Then step 2 is onto the elbow. And then step 3 is up onto the hand. And then you gotta reverse those steps too. You can't just flail backwards. Down to the elbow, down to the side, and then both shoulder blades onto the ground. So again, roll onto the shoulder, up onto the elbow, up onto the hand. Now you can also do it in 2 quick steps. This one uses a little more momentum, so I don't always like it. It's not as controlled, but at the same time, it requires a really strong abdominal crunch in order to do it. So you're still getting good muscle activation. Essentially, you're just combining the first and second step so that you go right onto the elbow. If I was doing that heavy, I would have messed that up. The reason why we have the dumbbell like this is because if you were doing a heavy weight and your arm came down like that, the weight would just take your arm down. So the weight not only makes it more challenging, but at the same time, it forces you to do the right form so that you don't drop a weight on yourself. And again, the 2-step. Now you can do that for the top range of motion too. If you want to just focus on shoulder mobility, and you'll still get obliques because you're only doing one side at a time, then you would just do the standing portion. But for me, I find with clients and myself, you get better activation of the abs and the obliques practicing doing reps in just those first couple steps.